All right, everybody, welcome to the channel. I am OGL Schmitt. This is Custom OGT. Hope everyone's having a really good weekend, and I hope everyone's ready for the Monday that's about to come. At the end of one week, the beginning of another, the pages continue to turn. And on that note, Valinda Smith has requested that I react to Geoff Castellucci's cover of Bog Seger's classic, Turn the Page. Valinda, thank you very much for your generous donation and for giving me another excuse to react to some more Geoff Castellucci. This song is a bona fide classic. It still gets radio play on classic rock stations. I think it came out in '73, maybe, something like that. It is about the life of a touring musician. I think it's been covered by Metallica. So yeah, I think it's Bog Seger's probably most famous song. So, and I really like Bog Seger. I think he's got a great voice, so it's going to be one amazing singer covering another. I cannot wait. So let's get to it. And before I get into the good stuff, real quick, guys, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, like, subscribe, share this if you like. And if you want to support the channel, there's links down in the description. We would love for you all to become a member of the OG team, become a channel member. There's some really cool perks there, including early access to some reactions, exclusive reactions that you yourself pick, and you get to be part of a very cool and unique community. So thank you all very much, and now let us get to Geoff Castellucci.
On a long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engines moaning out this one-note song. You think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before, but your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you're riding 16 hours, there's nothing much to do. When you don't feel much like riding, you just wish the trip was through.
So right off the bat, I just want to say this. Geoff has been criticized by some people for being kind of reliant on the subharmonics, the super low notes, the showy stuff, the dramatic stuff. I don't think that's what makes him successful as a singer. I think what's made him as successful as he is number one, he's very good at arranging. This feels like it's got another kind of one of those swelling arrangements that Geoff does so well. I love how desolate it feels in the opening with just vocals, then the piano enters. And now it feels like we've got some more instruments coming in. His arrangements tend to be relatively sparse, but everything is there for a purpose and everything adds to the song. The second reason I think he's successful as he is, to put it blunt, he's just a really good singer. He's got a great tone, and he's very smooth and has incredible control throughout his range, which is, I think, like 5 octaves. So he sounds every bit as comfortable in like tenor range as he does in like super basso profundo range. That is really impressive. I think the opening of the song being as kind of empty and desolate as it is really kind of lets his voice fill out that space. And he's got just a great resonant sound, that does not change regardless of what register he's singing in. So just the lyrics right off the bat, I love how the song is basically, everyone assumes that the life of a rock star is just nonstop parties, women, and, turn it up on stage. And he's basically saying, there's 16 hours of nothing but driving that gets so tedious. So yeah, I think people are maybe more aware of that now, but once upon a time, like you think of a rock star, you think of this exciting life, but this is, very much akin to like a truck driver or something like that, just long stretches of nothing but road and trying to stay awake or find something to do. Let's keep going.
Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. There I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page. on you as you're shaking off the cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explode. Yeah, most times you can hear them talk, other times you can't. All the same old cliches. Is it woman, is it man? And you always seem outnumbered. You don't dare make a stand. Make your stand.
Bad pause. I don't think he's done. And that was a classic example of him just gradually building the song, keeping it in that low bass range, bringing in his harmonies. His blend is so good. Not everyone, like you would think, if you layer your own voice, your blend with yourself is going to be good. Not everyone has that. Not everyone blends well with others. Not everyone blends well with themselves. I'm a big Iron Maiden fan. I love Bruce Dickinson's voice. When he layers vocals, I think it sounds weird. It's got a very dissonant sound, which works for metal. It works for what they're doing. But just Jeff's blend is so amazing. So those harmonies just feel so rich. So he bring those in, and then he starts singing in his higher range, which has just so much cut. When you think about how much open space there is in his lower register, how much weight it carries, and then he lightens it up perfectly and is able to cut through that sound. Lyrically speaking, this the second verse I think was inspired by an actual incident at a diner or something like that. And this is another thing that I think a lot of young people don't realize. Like back then, like in the 70s, early 80s, if you were a dude and you had long hair, you were persecuted, man. Public enemy number one. It may have even gone further than that. Duane Allman of the Allman Brothers was talking about, he was recording at a studio called Muscle Shoals, which has an amazing history to it. But there was a lot of black musicians and white musicians mingling, creating music together, just creating wonderful art without any political or racial differences. And Duane Allman said, if you go out to lunch with an African American, you'll get some stares, which you would back then. He said, but nothing like the looks you would get if you went out with a long-haired hippie. And that literally just blew my mind. How much that episode made you public enemy number one. The beginning of Rambo, First Blood. I always wondered, why is the sheriff got such a thing with Rambo? He looks a little scruffy, but it's because his hair was to his shoulders. Like that was enough to mark you. So and that's why rock stars would grow their hair out long as a form of rebellion. It was counterculture, which kind of exacerbated the entire thing. But yeah, so they would go in there and people like, oh, is that a trick? I'm sure that gets frustrating. I'm sure it probably led to a lot of bar fights. But as you heard him sing there, the numbers aren't always in your favor, so sometimes you just have to suck it up. Yeah, this song, in addition to just having a great melody and a fascinating story, is just a great time capsule to this period of time.
You don't dare make a stand. Make your stand. Yeah, here I am on the road again. There I am up on that stage. There I go, playing the star again. There I go. Sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. Later in the evening, as you lie awake in bed, with the echoes of the amplifiers ringing in your head, you smoke the day's last cigarette remembering what she said. Well, here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. There I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page.
How he will like hold out a note for a while and then add a vibrato at the end. It's classical technique. It sounds so good when he does it. And again, that's consistent in every register he sings in. Loved how they dropped all the instruments and harmonies out and brought it back to just piano and voice. It's before you had all of those like rising, soaring harmonies. So it maybe like that was the high after a show when you first jump back on the road and you're still kind of soaring on adrenaline, and then you drop it down when like maybe it's hour 6 and that wears off and you're just heading on to the next show. It's a fascinating life. I also appreciate that this is like Bob Seger has one of those like gritty, rough and tumble rock and roll voices, and Geoff is just so smooth. So, and this is kind of like the Johnny Cash cover, Folsom Prison Blues, where he took something that was very sort of gritty and dirty, and he made it. He created a very polished cover of it that still manages to convey a lot of the same things. The melody of the song feels kind of laconic. It feels weary. It's like it's stretched out, like the open road. And, just that weight in Geoff's voice carries a bit of weariness to it as well, even though it's super clean. I've never heard Geoff incorporating a kind of rasp or distortion. That would be kind of cool. He should try that. That would be an interesting new tool to add. I guess he's got so many tools already in that in his vocal trick, his vocal tricks. He has vocal vocabulary. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that would be interesting. But I love how he takes something and gives it a completely different sonic take on it that still manages to keep the emotional core of the original. Let's keep going here.
Yeah, here I am on the road again. Here I am up on the stage. There I go, play the star again. There I go, there I go, there I go.
And I'm gone. Hey y'all, Geoff here. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing. Creating videos like this is tough, but made so much easier with the support of the community at Patreon. If you'd like early access to videos, the karaoke version of the song, behind the scenes footage, audio session walkthroughs, and so much more, head on over to Patreon and sign up for free today. Special thanks goes out to Huldra Draco, Amy Foster.
Okay. That's cool. If I had a little bit more disposable income, I'd definitely join his Patreon. Patreon also just an amazing thing for people to support their artists without the intervention of a record label or something like that. Geoff is just an amazing artist. He's got a gift for sort of reimagining songs in his own style, using his just this range and his ability to his range and his arrangements. Okay, not my best word, but I love how he puts his covers together. I love how there's always that emotional connective tissue with the original, even though like the sonics may be completely different. He'll take these dirty rock and roll songs and make these like they're these very beautiful almost classical sounding a cappella pieces that still convey that same the same emotion. Because I mean, theater troupes go through that same thing when you're just going from town to town to town putting on the show. So there's a pretty fair amount in common there. But yeah, I love the song. The original is great. It's been covered, like I said, by a number of people. Geoff is absolutely amazing. So Valinda, thank you very much for suggesting this. Guys, let me know in the comments what not just Geoff, but any other a cappella musicians or groups that you would like me to react to, because I really enjoy doing this type of music. Although it does remind me that I still have so much to learn about music itself. But so guys, thank you very much. There is wonder and drama to be found in the most mundane things. There is mundanity to be found in the most wondrous of things. So embrace them both. Mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Music is your best support group. Listen to it whenever you can. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. Linda, thank you very much. Acapella fans, you guys are amazing. Shout out to my partner, Danny Lee OGT. I'll be seeing you guys around.